Welcome back to Senior Year, the most phenomenal show on the internet. We have a great show for you today. In our lineup, we have Sarah Toledo for our faculty spotlight. The talented Victoria Gasper is singing, and we have a great challenge for our on-call actors that will be sure to get you guys cracking up. But as always, for now, let's get to the news. This holiday season, like every holiday, is going to give us a run for our money. It is calculated that the average American spends about $700.03. However, what's even scarier is that 12% of Americans admitted to spending well over $1,000 for gifts. This means that more and more people are getting loans in order to spend money for the commercial holiday. On to the next piece of news. A man ate $120,000 duct tape banana art. Italian artist Maurizio Catalan had duct taped a banana to a wall and had placed it in an art exhibit at Miami Art Basel this past week. It had been just hanging peacefully until artist David DeTuna had announced that he was participating in performance art. After that, he walked up to the banana, peeled it off the wall, and ate it. He then commented that he really enjoyed the exhibit and it was very delicious. Unfortunately, this exhibit titled Comedian was already sold to another art institution for $120,000. An investment poorly made for them, but the banana was eventually replaced. Now, let's get into the Christmas spirit and end this on a story. Canadian commuters driving along the highway can see a tree glowing with Christmas lights on a hill in the middle of nowhere. Commuters can thank Ed McHugh, a local who has illuminated the little tree on the hill for the past 20 years. McHugh was first inspired to decorate the tree in 2000 because it closely resembled the iconic tree from the Charlie Brown Christmas special. Now that's what I call a Christmas miracle. That's all for this week's news. Now, on to the next segment.
Growing up where I did, a lot of things could have gotten in the way of my goals. But I learned to push through, and that's what I bring to work every day.
That she's back in the atmosphere with drops of Jupiter in her hair. She acts like summer and walks like rain. Reminds me that there's time to change. And since the return from a stay on the moon, she listens like spring and she talks like June. And tell me, did you sail across the sun? Did you make it to the Milky Way to see the lights are faded? That heaven is overrated. Tell me, did you fall for a shooting star? One without a permanent scar. And did you miss me while you were looking for yourself out there?
Hello and welcome to Senior Year. Please tell our lovely audience who you are and what your talent is.
Hi, my name is Victoria Gasper, Tori for short, and my talent, my not-so-secret talent, is that I can sing.
That's very lovely. How long, Tori, have you been singing?
I've been singing ever since I could remember, really. I've been doing musical theater since sophomore year of high school, and I'm a junior in college now. So I would say I've been doing musical theater for a long time, but I've been singing as it is basically ever since I could speak.
Very lovely. And do you have any preferred genres of music that you like to sing?
I think Broadway style, like music overall, or anything kind of like really like just soft and sweet, I think is just really, I think it suits my voice really well.
What's your current Broadway musical of choice at the moment?
Broadway musical of choice at the moment has to be Jagged Little Pill, which is opening on Broadway on Thursday.
Get that plug.
Yeah, get the plug. And it's a really, really good show, and it uses the music of Alanis Morissette to convey a really powerful and profound story, and I think it's really important for kind of all audiences.
Very cool. And lastly, before I let you go, if you could perform with any other singer on this planet, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ooh,
It's a loaded question, I know.
I think I have two. I think it would be either Judy Garland or Adam Lambert. Yeah.
Good choices.
Thank you.
Well, Tori, thank you so much for stopping by. It's been a pleasure to talk.
Thank you.
So, my name is Sarah Toledo. I teach psychology at Kane University. I've done courses where it's mostly discussion based, where we talk about real world life, all the way to, research design and statistics and all that fun stuff. My education background, I got an associate's degree from Middlesex County College, and then I went to Kane to get my bachelor's in psychology, and then I returned to get my master's in clinical mental health counseling. So I have a license as an associate counselor, and I'm also nationally certified as a counselor. So I come from the mental health background where I worked along with clients and people with diagnoses for many years. And so I had that background of working with people, down from helping them do their laundry, helping them go to the grocery store, all the way up to helping them apply for benefits and SSI, all that. So I always loved school, like even from when I was a little girl. I loved going to school and just learning things. So I don't know, I just think teaching was a perfect fit for me, and then on top of loving school and loving education, I was able to take my work experience with me into the classroom and include that in my lectures. What I've learned from working in the field, I'm able to bring that into my lecture and my teachings. So that's pretty cool. Why did I choose psychology in particular? Specifically, is because not only my work background, but also just my real life experiences. Growing up, my parents passed away when I was very young. So I've been through seeing counselors, in my youth, and seeing counselors, seeing psychologists, even being hospitalized at some point for my mental health. So I have that experience that I've taken with me, and it kind of, made me want to pursue this kind of career. Not only the fact that I can empathize with people, empathize with people genuinely, that I have that experience, I can somewhat understand what people are going through in a unique way. And I guess I just wanted to give back, to be honest. When I was growing up, a lot of counselors and therapists and psychologists helped me out with my mental health. And I guess that's what I wanted to do for my career. I wanted to give back and be that counselor that helped me when I was young.
Good morning. My name is Michael lowercase d Jordan, here with Mike Roch and Sue.
Today, we're here to bring you a very serious announcement. This is no joking matter, so shut up.
Christmas is on its way, and some of you may be wondering what to get for your significant other, but a majority of you have no significant other. That ends here.
First things first, mating rituals. What you have to do is find someone with the most Christmas spirit You can always tell by the way he or she drinks a Pepsi, look that person straight in the eyes, and perform your mating call.
That sucked, Michael. Here's how it's supposed to sound.
Excellent. Now that you got your potential bae interested, it's time for things to get physical. Mating dances. There are many that can be done, such as the Macarena, the R. Kelly two-step, the floss, and my personal favorite, horchata.
Horchata?
That's right, horchata. It's a new dance where you can cover yourself in cinnamon and sweetened condensed milk right before working those hips like Shakira.
That's right, those hips cannot lie.
Don't be a liar.
What's next, Mike?
Well, if you're not crying by such beauty, then you're on to step 3, staring contests. Whoever loses now has to buy dinner, but you're a pro because you've practiced hundreds of times. Like me, you're gonna be practicing every one of these steps until it's flawless.
Studies show that the more you practice a physical action, the more likely you'll be to perfect it. Here at Kane TV, we're required to read laws of repetitive physiological discipline. Michael, can you recite to me Edward Norton's theory of the subject?
Of course. So Edward.
Actually, that's not how it goes. It's actually this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take your date and open the door.
Okay, amazing.
That's not right at all. It's 5, 6, 7, 8. Take your bae and don't be late.
Amazing! Both of you. All right, well, we hope you learned something today, and I know Mike Ross has.
We wish you luck with your new, most likely temporary Christmas lover.
Enjoy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. In the studio with me now is the director for this week's episode, Javis Sisko. Javis, welcome to the studio.
It's great being here.
Excellent. So, tell me, what was your experience like working on senior year this week?
Well, okay, so not everything panned out the way I wanted it to, but it's completely fine because it's still happening. It still went.
Roll with the punches. Go ahead.
Absolutely. You just got to keep going. So it's great experience. Absolutely.
Excellent. What was the most difficult part about running this week's episode?
The most difficult part was compromising with what was given to you. You know, when certain things kind of like fall out of order, you just got to keep going.
Yeah. And it works in on cooperating with others, which I know you're good at.
Yeah.
So, what would you recommend to a future director about directing senior year?
Practice what you're going to direct like a week ahead of time. Like run through the entire show a week ahead of time so that you know, if that doesn't work, then I can always just do this. It's simple like that. You just gotta stay on it.
Yeah, you'd recommend to be prepared,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah. And before I let you go, what about senior year is going to help you for your professional career one day?
Ooh, well, I plan on going to film school right after Kane.
Okay, good for you.
And right now I'm building up my portfolio, and this, being on air and just the whole shebang, it's so good for my portfolio.
Big
And
time.
it makes me look, a lot more professional than I actually am,
Yeah, beef up that resume.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just, I have a lot of experience working with cameras and TriCasters and stuff like that because I record all the sports on campus.
Oh, okay.
I record the speaking events and stuff like that. So it's all just, all together. I'm getting all the experience that I can, and it's helping a lot.
Excellent. You're staying busy.
Absolutely.
Javis, thank you so much for coming by. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Well, folks, that just about sums up today's episode. We were all a bundle of laughs here, and I hope that it was enough to crack a smile for you guys on the other side of the screen. Thank you for watching Senior Year. We'll see you next week for our season finale. Oh, how time flies, but all good things must come to an end. Let's end off this episode, as always, with Jonathan's Garden.
Do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. Be healthy, be well. See you next week. Bye.